Partners in Ministry, a presentation of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation, dedicated to growing ministry support networks, introducing people to a cause that connects with their heart, bringing hope and encouragement to our communities as we seek together to serve as Christ served.
Welcome to Partners in Ministry. My name is Dan Smith, and today I'll be talking with Sydney York. Sydney is the ranch manager for Wolfe Ranch of Quakerdale near Marshalltown, Iowa. In this interview, we're going to hear about camps that happened this fall, get an update on Christmas in the stable, and talk about riding lessons for the winter. Well, welcome, Sydney. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I understand that you really had a great time this fall with some of your camps and your events. Why don't you give us some highlights on those, would you?
Yeah, we definitely have had a very busy fall, and summer for that matter. But we will go through some of our more recent events, and then share some pictures and all that fun stuff. So, the first thing that we did was back in August. We went to Appleberry Farms. So we went and we did free will donation horse rides for all of the kids, and we even got some of the parents up on the horses. So that was super fun. And we had a blast meeting everybody from the community that came out. And Sammy and Gus also had a blast. They got lots of treats from all the kids and they got lots of petting. So that is always a super fun time. We've done this in previous years as well, and we always look forward to Appleberry Farms' amazing hospitality, and they are absolutely amazing to work with.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite places for my wife and I to go out in the fall. We always like to go and get some apples and look at their crafts, and it's really a fun place. I wish that I'd known you were going to be at there with the horses. We would have come for a horse ride. So great idea. Looks like you had a beautiful day too. Yeah, it looks like you had a gorgeous day.
It was gorgeous. I got very, very sunburnt, so I may not have had a very good time, but it was a gorgeous day outside, so we can't complain about that. So then also in August, we had our second Saddle Up and Ride week-long camp. So these campers learned all about horse safety, the colors, the breeds, the horse tack, and we also worked a lot on their horsemanship skills. So each day, the campers got to go out, halter their horse, saddle their horse, brush their horse, and they all got to ride each day. So we did activities like musical cones, and we rode patterns, and we had a fun show day where the parents could come and watch and see what their kids have learned, and they all had a really, really great time. And as you can see, they all graduated from the Saddle Up and Ride camp. They all got their certificates. So these were two very, very fun week-long camps that we had this summer and fall that we will be very excited to continue next year and for the years to come as well.
Yeah, what ages are these girls?
So this camp was ages 8 to 12.
Nice.
Yeah. So then moving into September, we had our annual My Pretty Pony camp. So this year we made crowns and we also made wands. So all of our girls were princesses for the day. And then we also got to brush, ride, and then as you can see, we got to paint on the horses as well. That is always the highlight of this camp. All of the girls always love it. And I think the horses like it too. They might not really like the baths afterwards, but they really liked all the kids playing with them and touching them, petting them, and I guess painting on them too. And then also in September, we had our second annual garage sale. This event was a fantastic success, even with the weather that wasn't super cooperative with us this year. But we had a bunch of people from the community come out. We did have quite a few vendors this year as well. So we are very excited to continue this event. It has been a great turnout. Both this year and last year was our first ever one. So if throughout the year you are finding things that you would like to donate or get rid of and you don't want the hassle of having to try and get rid of it, make sure you keep us in mind as we do accept donations for this garage sale. and we would love to be in touch with you about that.
Sure. Yeah, you can't really tell what the weather's like outside, but I'll tell you what, it sure looks nice on the inside of that arena.
It does. It was a beautiful day on the inside of the arena, that is for sure. So then moving into October, we had our annual cowboy camp. So this year we had cowboys and cowgirls, and we made cowboy hat crafts. So they were all cowboys for the day, and that's always a super fun time. We also brushed and rode the horses, and then we also did stick horse rodeo events. So those were super fun to watch. I thought it was very entertaining, and the kids, I'm sure they slept good that night. They were running around in that indoor arena sand, and I think we may have sent them home with quite a little bit of sand in their shoes, but they all had fun, and we always enjoy doing camps like these. And then rounding out October, we had our first advanced camp. So this camp was called Kick Up Your Heels. So all of the campers from our Saddle Up and Ride camps through the summer were eligible to attend this more advanced camp. So the 4 campers who came and attended Kick Up Your Heels got to learn horse health and also horse movements, as well as advancing their horsemanship skills. So in this weekend camp, we did a lot of trotting, and then we also learned how to lope. So that was super fun for all of the girls. And this is another camp that I am very looking forward to pursuing and moving along with in the future, as we hope to have many step up camps that the girls and boys, if they decide they want to come, can advance into. So, we have definitely had a very busy summer and fall, but we are also really looking forward to our winter events, and we hope to see all of you here.
Yeah, well, great. It's such a fun place, and especially for kids and families. So that's great. You know, one of my favorite events at the ranch is Christmas in the Stable. So I know that that's kind of coming up here. So why don't you give us some update on and details on that event, would you?
Yeah. So Christmas in the Stables will be here before we know it. I know we were just talking about the weather turning super fast. So we hope maybe it'll push off a little bit so we can get our outside nice event in before it gets super cold. But we are very, very excited for this event, and we look forward to it every single year. So this year it is scheduled for December 2nd from 10 to 2. So as we've done in previous years, we'll still have some of the same things, but this year we're hoping to branch out a little bit more. Um, so this year we will be doing our stall decorating contest, and we will have businesses in the community and surrounding areas come and decorate stalls. So if the place that you work for might be interested in getting a stall decorated for our Christmas in the Stables event, please feel free to reach out and we can get you set up with that. And then we'll also be having live music, pictures with Matt. We're going to have a cookie decorating table so you and your family can come decorate cookies. We're going to be having a bake sale, a drawing, and we will also have yard games up in the indoor arena for all the kids to go and play in the not so warm weather outside. They can still go and get some energy out in the nice indoor arena and play some fun summer games in the winter. So we hope that it's going to be a very, very fun time. And we are also looking for donations for our Christmas drawing, if that is something that you guys are also interested. We're looking for anything like gift cards, themed baskets, cash donations, anything that is kind of Christmassy. We would love to talk some more about that as well. So if any of the things that I just mentioned interest you, please feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah, you bet. I think I've already seen the event listed on your Facebook page, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, we have. Yep, it's been up there quite a few times now.
Yeah, yeah. That is one way, by the way, to really stay connected with what's going on at the ranch. If you're on social media at all, man, make sure that you are following and bookmarked their Facebook page, because anything and everything ranch you can find there.
That is very true. We post all of our camps, all of our events. We post a whole lot of updates. We introduce our horses. There is so much fun going on our Facebook page, so we would love to have you guys over there.
So December 2nd is Christmas in the Stable. Let's talk a little bit now about riding lessons. How are they going to work this winter?
Yeah, so we have, as you kind of saw in some of the pictures from the slideshow, we have a beautiful indoor arena. And thank goodness, because in the Iowa winter, it gets so cold outside, I don't even want to be outside. But the hardest part, and I tell all of my families this, the hardest part about our winter lessons is walking up and down the hill. That is the coldest and most miserable part. But once we get up in the indoor arena, it is beautiful. We're out of the wind. And once you get moving and working, then you start sweating and you get pretty warm. But we do allow for our riding lessons to continue all year round. So it might be a little bit chilly, but once you get going, then you're going to be warm and you're going to forget it's winter outside. But our lessons are $45 an hour, and you do not have to have any experience. But we also, if you have experience, we'll try and teach you some more as well. But you can call, email, or even send us a Facebook message for more information or to get on the books.
Is it also possible maybe to sign up like a group, like a family, like say that my wife and I and our kids, can we kind of book an appointment for our whole family kind of to do something like that?
Yeah, so in the summer we do trail rides, and then in the winter we can rent our horses out. So it's kind of like a trail ride, but just in the indoor arena. So it's not as fun as our summer trail rides, but you can still come and you can rent a few of our horses and we can ride up in the indoor arena with you.
Sure. So like a family of 5, about how much time should I allow for being at the ranch for us to have a good time out there?
No, well, I think any time is good time out here, but we normally do about an hour for horse rides, just because sometimes our horses can get a little bit moody, but um, you can expect probably between anywhere an hour and 2 hours.
Well, that's great, Cindy. Thank you so much for it. Seems like the ranch really never shuts down. It's always going.
And we always have something going on, so be sure to get to our Facebook page so you don't miss out on anything.
Well, I am really looking forward to being out at the ranch for Christmas in the Stable again this year. So thanks so much, Cindy. I really appreciate your time.
Of course, and we hope to see all of you out at Christmas in the Stables. It's always a fun time.
If you got any questions or if you'd like to learn more about Wolfe Ranch, you can see their contact information here on the screen. You can also find it in the show notes for this episode on our website, or you can find it in the description of this YouTube video. On behalf of Wolfe Ranch, Sydney York, and Partners in Ministry, I want to thank you for joining us today. And until next time, let's get out there and serve as Christ serves.
This has been a presentation of Partners in Ministry, a podcast of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation. To learn more and see the show notes for this and other episodes, visit our website. To stay informed of up and coming broadcasts, subscribe to our e-newsletter. To invest in our mission, donate today.